Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Project Search's series interviewing alumni of the program. We are super excited to talk to Jacob today, who was with Lee Health Foundations in Fort Myers, Florida. So we get to talk to people from all over the country. So I think you're the first interview that I'm doing, at least, with somebody in Florida. So I'm excited about
Oh,
that. My name is Nave Eldar. I am the CEO of the ARC Minnesota and a huge fan of Project Search. So I'm excited to get to know Lee a little bit and hear about his journey. So we are gonna jump right into it. You
oh,
ready?
yep.
All right. So first, before we even started recording, you and I were having a little chat, and
hmm
you were telling me how you even got into Project Search. So can you go back and tell us about your journey from the very beginning?
All right. Okie dokie. Okay. So first, I lived in New York City, the Bronx. That's where I mostly grew up with most of my life. I went to elementary and halfway middle school, and then I moved here around 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh,
Uh, I can't remember exactly. I
mhm.
was around 12 to 13 when I moved here. No, wait, no. I think it was 11 to 12. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Um,
Right in that age, right in that middle school
right
age.
now middle age, and I graduated diplomat here as my eighth grade, and then I went to high school in Cape Coral High School first. But since apparently they didn't have the special needs that I needed, I was moved to Norfolk Myers, which was a very good school. I had a blast, a really big blast, and I was in work experience
Mhm.
and for my senior year, and then my teacher, I think around the ending of the school year, probably not the ending, but like somewhat close to it, my
Yep.
teacher told me about Project Search, and at first I was a bit skeptical about myself about me being in the program, but ever since I won the program, met a lot of awesome people that I meet, and also amazing teachers like Miss Colleen and Miss Michaela. I had a whole blast in Project Search. The first internship I was in Six West, Health Park, Six West. They
And
want
what did you do in that first internship?
what I did was I was restacking in the rooms, the
Okay.
gloves, and then their wardrobes, as
Hmm.
well. I was cleaning the counters as well,
Okay.
along with the railings as well. I was cleaning the railings as well as restacking in their little. I forgot what their kitchen was called, but I was restacking foods and drinks as well.
Okay.
And funny enough, I was originally everyone in Six West loved me so much they wanted to hire me. They were trying to, but things sadly could go through. So
Right.
so I had to move on to the next internship, which was endoscopy and foundation. And endoscopy was similar to Six West, where I was restacking. Although I was also putting beds and then making beds as well.
Okay.
Also cleaning the wardrobes and stuff. Here in the foundation, I I make these donor packets, which I fold these papers and then put these business cards in these,
Okay.
and then I put them in here, and then these go to donators. That's one of the things I do here. Another one I
Nice.
do is stack envelopes. I stack envelopes, and then if they have their receipts,
Hmm.
so the receipts, so if they're like above 25,000, or if they're 25,000 or more, that's why I put stamps and seal them, and then they go to the mail.
Okay.
I also help out with events because here in the foundation we help out with events with our donators. So
Hmm.
I help out, get stuff for everyone in the foundation. I get stuff for the events. I help them put them in the car, and then once everything's settled down, I help them put everything back. I also
Okay.
help put away coffees, clean around the staff lounge a little bit.
Hmm. And so that's all what's happening now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's more things that I
Yeah.
do, but like every day is always changing. Every day is
Right.
a new thing I'm learning.
Okay.
Those
So
are
what year did you graduate from the Project Search internship?
the I think it was 2024. I believe 2024, 2023. I think it was
Okay.
2024. That's when
Okay. Okay. So you're like kind of fresh out of
I'm
school, fresh into the workforce, huh?
yep.
Okay. So what made you enjoy this job? What made you apply for this job?
At first, I asked Miss Dawn, which was my mentor, and now she's my boss. A very excellent boss, by the way. I love her. I love
O-
everyone. I asked my boss, Miss Dawn, what was her hours like, because
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how her hours like because I was wanting to get a job here. I
Yeah.
asked Miss Colleen about it, I believe. Yeah, I asked Miss Colleen because I wanted to see if I can get a job here. So that's why I asked Miss Colleen if that was okay. She said
Right.
absolutely yes. And then I asked Miss Dawn about the hours. And then that's where everything went, honestly. It's like I
Okay.
went from there. All of me getting this job and I finally got it, but it took a while for me to actually start since there were
Yeah.
a lot of things going on in the foundation. And then
Mm-hmm.
la- last October, it was around late October, I believe. That's when I started.
Okay. And so you said you asked about the hours, you asked about all that kind of stuff. So what
Yeah.
hours do you work? Why was that important to you?
I work 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Now I can't remember why was it. I mean, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I
No,
don't
that's okay.
remember.
And do you work 5 days a week?
Oh no, I work Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, about eight hours a day, it sounds
Yeah.
like, if I'm doing my math right. Okay, excellent. Um, and so what do you enjoy most about your job? I know you said things change all the time. It sounds like you're doing lots of different things. So what are your favorite parts and what do you enjoy most about it?
Honestly, I enjoy really talking to everyone here. Everyone's
Hmm.
super nice. I love everyone here. Love creating bonds with them. It's just
Yeah.
really fun when all of us get together as well. Sometimes we all get together. Even
Okay.
even the meetings we usually have, they're really fun to be around. Honestly, because everyone's really nice and really fun to be around.
Well, you're making
Also,
me
when
want to come visit.
and also, when I went on two events,
Hmm.
one I helped in an event. It was called Maurice Max. I
Yep.
helped be a little mentor for volunteers that were helping around with everywhere.
Yeah.
Another event it was for the foundation. It was evening appreciation. So
Hmm.
all got together along with donators as like a little thank you for everything we all do in the hospitals and stuff. And there was
Right.
a huge dance, and everyone loved me for my dance moves because I'm yeah, not to brag, but I like dancing. That's one of my favorite things. And
Nice.
one thing I got in the meeting was this right here,
Uh-huh.
a little Spark Appreciation Award thingy that we
Oh,
have.
nice.
It says everything about everyone, uh, how much I enjoy my work and stuff, and also explains how I'm passionate and willing to help others, which is true. I like helping out others in need. I love being around people. I'm just a social butterfly because, of course, I am.
Yeah. Well, and I would say we need to point out that like that's why you're so happy, right? Like if you're clearly happy, you're happy in your job, you're happy with your boss, but you got a job that fit you. So
Mhm.
you're a social butterfly, so you don't want to be somewhere where, you're not around people, you're working alone by yourself. Some people would love that, but
Uh, I'm
you
both.
love being around people.
Yeah, sometimes I'm both. Like I like definitely talking to people, but I
Yeah.
also like working a little bit on my own a little bit. I'm kind of it depends, but like
Okay.
I'm kind of both. If you
Okay.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, you talked about your boss. You
Hmm.
said that she's a great boss. I need to learn more about this because I want to be a great boss. What makes her a great boss?
Miss Miss Dawn helps everyone here along with me with everything down to explaining things more clearly, going slow, being very understanding, and
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I love Miss Dawn as my
Mm.
boss, my mentor. And she
Yeah.
also helps me with things like if I misplace something, she helps me try to find where I place things, and also this happened, I think, last week where I was
Hmm.
stacking envelopes because like I had a whole bunch of like thank you cards to put away in the shelves,
Yep.
and I was thinking about how will I place this and this and there, like how, and then Miss Dawn explained maybe have like the envelopes and the cards next to each other, and then I was like, Miss Dawn, what will I do without you? Because Miss Dawn was just that awesome of a boss. Just not just as a good boss, but as a good person in general. I love Miss Dawn. She's an amazing person. I
That's
literally
nice.
consider everyone here my friends,
Yeah.
even though coworkers. So
Nice.
yeah, I love everyone. I love Miss Dawn. Everyone's amazing.
Good.
Everyone's
Well,
really. I'm sorry. Everyone's really respectful here. Everyone helps me get to where I need to be as well.
okay.
Like where if I need to get like mail or put them in like its mailbox, they lead me to there and they show me the way. And that's why I really
Nice.
appreciate everyone here.
Yeah. What I love about what you said is that she's your boss and your mentor. I love that a boss is like, helping you grow and not just, being a boss. So that's I'm sure that's one of the reasons you like her. So let me flip to the other side of that coin, Jacob.
Okay.
That's what makes her a great boss. What makes you a great employee? You talked a little bit about it because of your award, but why are you a good employee?
Hmm. I mean, I don't honestly because I'm definitely I don't really. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like I'll be honest. I usually talk good about other people,
I
and it's really
see.
hard to try to compliment myself.
I see
Honestly,
that.
I'm. Why I say is that
Okay, let me rephrase it for you. This will help you. What do other people say about you on why you're a good worker?
okay. That's simpler. Thank you.
Okay.
Say that I'm definitely very helpful. I definitely help them brighten up their day by
Yep.
just me smiling and always asking them if they need help or anything. And I'm there's a lot more people said, but that I can't really say myself because I just haven't
Okay.
saying it myself. I
Okay.
apologize.
No, that's okay. You don't never have to apologize. All right, so let me ask, how do you so this is the work, these are the ins and outs. We got to hear a little bit about the hours you work, all of that. Go 3 days a week. How do you get to work?
I use lead transportation because
Okay.
I also have these cards for lead transportation passport. I use these cards to get me to where I need to be as well. So I
Okay. So what is Lee Transportation? Because I'm up in Minnesota. I have no clue. Is it a bus system? Is it a
it's
taxi
yeah, it's a
system?
bus system to
Okay.
not like Lee County. That's what I meant. Lee County. It's
Okay.
transportation for for people that can get transportation to point A to point B. Pretty
Yep.
much, kind of like public transportation a little bit,
Yep.
not similar to like in New York with the big buses. Yeah,
Hmm.
similar to that. If you know what I'm saying.
I do. And I wonder because you were probably never nervous. Maybe you were, so I shouldn't assume, but I assume you weren't nervous to take public transportation coming from New York because it's such the
I
way of
actually
life
never.
there.
Uh, there's only a few times in New York where I took like the giant bus, like
Yep.
the actual city bus.
Yep.
But I kind of gotten used to it since I mainly always have school buses I've been on to get to school. I always been on a school bus, so a
Hmm.
public bus. Well, it definitely kind of worried me a little bit when I first found it, but then I got used to it really quickly.
Got
So
you.
yeah, this was so yeah, with the transportation, since it comes directly to your door, it
Mm-hmm.
definitely reminds me of school. So I kind of got comfortable pretty easily.
Got you. Okay. So let's get back into your job a little bit. Not
Okay.
everything, every job has some challenges. My job does, every job I've ever had does. What are some challenges that you have at your job?
Some challenges.
Some things you might need help with or that are a little harder.
Mainly sometimes with computer stuff like editing, like some editing some names and phone numbers. So
Okay.
like that sometimes gives me a little bit of difficulties a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
once I get the hang of it, I'm able to do by myself. Because I'm a type of person that like I need help. I definitely need help the first time I need
Yep.
to do it, but like if I get used to it, then I could definitely get it done by myself real quick.
Yeah. And so who helps you when you need help? You've already mentioned
Def-
that your boss gives you some help sometimes, but is there anybody else who helps?
there's a few of my coworkers, which I also
Mm-hmm.
consider friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first did the envelopes, Miss Jamie, which is her name, I help her with the envelopes. She
Mm-hmm.
he stuffed them and then put them in the mailbox, and also stamped the receipts that has more than $25,000 with them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he helped me with them definitely, and
Yep.
also as well as like enveloping cards for events. I definitely have help with some of my other coworkers too with that.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Sue, Mr. Paul, Mr. Drew. I
Okay.
like whenever I have like this huge piles of like envelopes I have to stack, they come in to help me because there's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
got you
yeah,
got to call in a
it is
team
like
when it gets
everything about
overwhelming.
the
Yeah.
foundation is teamwork because everyone's working with each other.
Nice.
I'm s-
Nice.
I apologize. I can't explain with more greater details.
No, you're doing amazing, Jacob. Don't worry about it. So let me ask you, if you're talking to another student or another applicant, period, like somebody is like, oh, I would love to work there and do what you do. What skills do you need? What would you tell them? What do they need to be good at in order to work with your team?
I say definitely. I say definitely self-advocating. Like
Mm,
definitely asking for help or asking to help others, as well as trying
yeah.
to be a little more active.
Got you. Got you. And it sounds like you have to have good social skills at least
Yeah,
sometimes because you
yeah,
interact a lot with people. Yeah. I love that. Hey, and I would just recommend that you never lose that. I don't care if you become the CEO of of the hospital. If you need help, you should always ask for it. So
definitely.
that's a
Yeah,
great quality. Some people may be shy about things like that, but even,
yeah, yeah.
you
I
should
understand
always,
that. Bro. Like sometimes I
yeah,
get shy of asking things, but definitely go with your gut. That's one of my advice. Is like definitely go with your gut. It's like
yeah,
if your gut tells you to like do something like ask for help, then I say ask for help because most times your gut is usually right.
yeah, yeah. And so you're working 24 hours a week. Is that right? So what do you do? How do you balance like your personal life and work? Like what do you do on your days off?
I don't really. I'm not. Despite I'm definitely a lot more energetic. I definitely like being out, but for the
Yeah.
most part, I'm usually just staying home.
Okay.
But I do try to stay outside every once in a while, like trying to go on walks around my area.
Yeah.
And exercise when on the weekends. I go to since Cape Coral isn't really there's not really much to do in Cape Coral. So what I usually do on the weekends is I live near a 7-Eleven, and me and my
Mm-hmm.
brother, my cousin usually walk there, and every other weekend, just like
Mm-hmm.
just kill some time with each other.
Yeah. That's
So I
nice.
really like being out, and I definitely like whenever I get the chance to when they're not busy, I like to hang out with some of my friends I made in high school, Norfolk Myers. I still have some
Yeah.
friends from Norfolk Myers. I graduated from there. I am still friends with some of them. And I like
Oh,
hanging
good.
with them, trying to hang out with them every once in a while, as
Yeah.
well. trying to hang out with my aunt because I live near my aunt as well,
Yeah,
and me and my cousin on my aunt's side, on my mom's side, me and my cousin are pretty much kind of like best friends because
okay,
like we're literally so much alike. We talk so much with each other. It like we usually
nice.
always have a good time every time I come over.
Yeah,
We both have similarities.
yeah. So let's say you have a free day, right? You can do
Mhm.
anything that you want. What do you like to do like for fun? Is it video games, going to the movies, going to Florida has some amazing amusement parks, as we all know. What do you like to do for fun?
I would like to go to amusement parks because like I always really want to go to the amusement parks because they seem really fun and I have
Yeah.
been to some. I went
Uh-huh.
to Universal and Disney.
Yep.
Disney it has been a while since I've been to.
Yeah.
It's like because it was when I was like super younger. While I was still living in New York, I went to Disney apparently twice, and
Hmm.
then for University, I went there when I was younger, as well as recently grad bash for high school. And
Yeah.
I went to Busch Gardens for a Project Search field trip. And I gotta say that was
Nice.
one of the best days I had in my life. Those were the days of my life.
Nice.
So I definitely would like to go to more amusement parks whenever I have the time and money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for an average day, where do I like to do? Where do I like to go? You said.
Yeah, just do. Maybe
Or just
stay
do
home,
it.
like I said, and watch movies or play games or something.
Yeah. When I'm with friends, I usually go out to movies. I usually go out to movies and go out to. Oh yeah, and I've been trying to practice more on my voice acting because I want to become a voice actor too, along
Oh,
with learning how to do animations. All
nice.
that was honestly inspired by me watching so much YouTube, and I always
Hmm.
really want to do different voice actings for different characters.
Hmm.
Animation. That's one of the things
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do. I've been
I
working on it ever since.
I love that. I love that. Um, do you watch anime at all? Do you?
I saw it recently. Anime. Yeah, I started
Okay.
watching anime recently.
Okay.
First, I watched a little anime here there before. My brother loves Dragon Ball Z, and I
Yep.
watched some of them with him. And
Yep.
my cousin from my mom's side, we watch an anime called Hunter X Hunter. It's been
Yep.
a while since I saw that.
Yep.
But anime I've been watching recently is called Demon Slayer.
Yep. I know it.
I've been watching a whole bunch. I watched the whole season, and I can't wait for the movie as well. That's coming. On
Yeah.
I'm planning to watch it with my cousin, and I've been rewatching Demon Slayer all the seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I've been
cool.
a big anime watcher.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that as well. Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite animes, by the
I
way.
might have to rewatch
Um,
it.
yeah, it's really. I mean, there's several that I really like, but that's one of them. So I would love to talk about that. Was actually, it was like you're reading my mind, Jacob, because I was going to ask you that next. I mean, I know you are a year or maybe 2 years out of school and in your career, but it sounds like you do have some thoughts about your future. So tell us about what you're doing with your desire to go into voice acting and animation, and what are your dreams around that?
For my voice acting,
Hmm.
I what I've been practicing is oh, no, I never. Hmm, I'm sorry. It took me a bit to think. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've been definitely watching a lot of videos about comic dubs from my
Okay.
favorite series. Like do you know Sonic the Hedgehog?
I do.
Yeah, I play a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog games because
Okay.
I've been a Sonic fan since birth, since I was a little tiny midget boy, and I've been watching because there's comics too. I've been watching um dubs about them
Hmm.
along with voice impressions, and I've been working on trying to work on my own Sonic voice impressions inspired by the Sonic voice actors we have
Right.
recently at the time too.
Yeah.
I could try to do one if you want me to.
I would love, if you're up for it, I'm up for it.
All right. Hmm. There's another one. There's another. I do a Mickey Mouse voice too, but I want to do my Sonic one first. I'm gonna
Okay.
talk a line from Sonic Adventure 2 and then the
Okay.
Sonic VA. Okay.
Okay.
Here's my impressions. Woo! So far, so good. Hey, that's the Blue Hedgehog again, of all places. I found you, faker. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog one around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words. You won't even get the chance. That's one line from Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic versus Shadow.
Yeah.
And another one is from the Sonic OVA, which is like an animated Sonic movie.
Yep.
It's Sonic Metal Sonic. I've been practicing this along with my cousin. So, okay, let me get my voice chords ready. You might know everything I'm gonna do, but that's not gonna help you since I know everything you're gonna do. Strange, isn't it? Yeah. That's my
I
Sonic.
love it. I love it. What's really cool about voice acting is you can do it for animated shows and
Yeah,
movies,
exactly.
but
That's one.
also video games. Like they're amazing voice actors in video games. So
Yeah, that's one of my dreams as well. I want to become a voice actor too.
yeah.
Uh, I'm also trying to do my own voice impressions from characters in Demon Slayer. Mainly this character named Zenitsu. He's a really
Uh-huh.
funny character. I don't really know any lines for him yet, so I don't think I can do
Okay.
a for him yet.
That's
Oh yeah, I can
okay.
also do a good Mickey Mouse voice.
All right,
All
let's hear it.
right. Oh, hiya, fellas! It's me, Mickey Mouse. Oh, hiya! I'm from Disney.
That was my you're making me smile. So my head literally hurts from smiling so much. I love it. That was solid, Jacob.
Thank you. I've been practicing a whole lot of that one recently, Mickey recently.
Yeah. So let's end with a few personal questions. All
Sure.
right. This all felt like personal questions, right? But it was all
Yeah,
related to
but
work,
I'm having fun.
current work, future work, all of it. But you said that you like to dance, right?
Yep.
So I'm just curious, like, what music do you like to dance to?
Mainly hip hop. Hip
Okay.
hop definitely. Now,
Okay.
with my favorite genre of music, I know you didn't
Yeah.
ask this, but we're in the topic of music.
Yeah.
Uh, with my favorite genre, I don't really have a favorite genre nor favorite music artist. I just listen to however I'm feeling.
Yep.
But I mainly like the hip hop music. Those are some of my favorite genres of
Mm.
music I mostly listen to. But yeah, I'm not
Okay.
really picky when it comes to music though.
Okay. But when it's dancing, you
When
hip
it's
hop
dancing,
is
definitely
more of the vibe of it. Yeah.
yeah,
I
more
love
so
it.
some of the 2000s songs.
Yeah.
What the songs I grew up with the most,
Yeah.
and I definitely do dance to those whenever I feel
Okay.
like.
Awesome. Um, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
You know, this world is pretty huge, so I probably want to go to everywhere. But one of the main places I want to visit to is Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, nice. That's perfect for anime, my friend.
Definitely.
That's also one of the places that my son and I was super interested in going. And then I'm going to end with you giving advice to current and future project search students. What advice would you give to people going through project search and when they're looking to go into work after project search?
Definitely keep an open mind. Definitely keep an open mind, and definitely try to not be scared about joining the workplace because I
Mhm.
it can be definitely scary because like it's just a big jump in life, you know? It's just
Yeah,
a big jump in your life and you're feeling scared about how everything has changed, but
yeah,
I I will say like as long as you keep your hopes up, keep on strong, and have a good little smile and wanting to help people and have fun with others. I feel that's all you need to do in order to be happy to come to Project Search and have a good work life. And also, definitely don't be afraid to ask any questions, and don't let anyone, of course, bring you down or don't let anyone judge you for who you are. You are your own person, and No one can change you about that. So that's some advice I say.
Nice. You could be a motivational speaker too. You just need
Uh,
to work on it. You're
a
great.
lot of people told me about that. A lot of people could be like a good therapist. Personally, I really believe that. I'm trying. I want to try that too.
Yeah,
I try my best for whatever
yeah.
all I know.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. You're amazing.
Of course, you
It
too.
sounds like you're in a great job for this time of your life, and I want to wish you all the luck in the future.
Thank you.
Um, and hopefully I'll be hearing you on one of my video games or anime one day. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time, Jacob,
Of
and
course.
thanks for sharing yourself with the Project Search family.